morning to all. Now, yesterday I have discussed about the reflexive, symmetric, and transitive property of a relation, and regarding those concepts, we are going to solve some questions today. And the first question is, and before starting this, before starting the solving questions, let me clear that. Do you have the clear concept regarding this reflexive, symmetric, and transitive properties? If you don't have the clear concept, then you can ask the questions at 4 p.m. today. Okay. And now, before starting this concept, just I will discuss briefly that the reflexive, symmetric, and transitive property. Okay. The reflexive property is what? Reflexive property is the order pair A comma A belongs to R. That will be your reflexive property. If in any relation set order pair A comma A belongs to R, then this relation set is called reflexive. The symmetric and as I told you, the symmetric property is what? If any order pair A comma B belongs to R, and on the same relation set, if other order pair like B comma A belongs to R, then this relation is combining these two order pair. Okay, if both these order pairs belong to the relation set, then this relation is called what? Symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Okay, and the transitive property is what? For the transitive property, 3 elements are required. The 3 elements A, B, C you can choose. Okay, so for these 3 elements, first order pair A comma B belongs to R. Second property B comma C belongs to R. This is the second order pair. These two order pair will belong to the relation set. Okay, so combining these two, if any other order pair like A comma C, okay, just using this middleman B, if any other order pair like A comma C belongs to R, then combining these 3 order pairs, the relation is called the transitive relation as well. So if a relation satisfies all the properties, all the 3 properties, and I mean to say reflexive, symmetric, and transitive property, then this relation is called the equivalence relations. Okay, so is your first question, and the question is what? If R is a relation given by R equals to order pair A comma B such that mod of A minus B is divisible by N. Okay, and then check whether it is equivalence or not. You have to check whether it is equivalence or not. So if you want to check this relation whether it is equivalence or not, at first we have to prove 3 properties: reflexive, symmetric, and transitive property. Whether this given relation set is satisfying these 3 properties or not. If this relation is satisfying these 3 properties, then it can be called like an equivalence relation. Okay, so let me discuss one by one. The first one is what? First one is what? Reflexive property. Okay, so in the reflexive property, here at first you have to write given the relation set is what? Given the relation set is order pair A comma B such that mod of A minus B is divisible by N. Okay, it is your given relation set. Okay, now first one is reflexive property. First one is what? Reflexive property. Now for the reflexive property, as I told you, same elements, same type of elements should be there in one particular set. Okay, same type of elements means what? Me and myself. That means A and A. Okay, so the order pair becomes A comma A. Okay, so here this order pair A comma B is given in the question. Okay, so if the order pair like A comma A should belong to this relation set, then this in place of B we should put what? A actually. So then I think the order pair will become A comma A. So for that, let me assume let A equals to B. Just to assume A equals to B, the values of A and B are equal. Okay. Now if A equals to B, then what does it mean? The condition is what? the relation between, that means the bonding will be created between this A and B element when this condition will be satisfied. The condition is what? Modulus of A minus B is divisible by N. Okay. So here modulus of A minus B, here A equals to B you have chosen. So that means modulus of what? A minus A. Answer is what? 0. This 0, is it divisible by N? 0 is always divisible by anything, whatever it is. So is divisible by N. So that means this condition is satisfied here. The modulus of A minus A, that means you have chosen A equals to B. In place of B you have put A actually. So A minus A equals to 0. So 0 is divisible by N. The condition is satisfied here. So if this condition is satisfied, then that means what does it mean? That we can choose A equals to B here. So if A equals to B, then order pair becomes what? In the given question, order pair was A comma B. So in place of B you have to choose, you have to write A comma A belongs to R. So as I told you, if this type of order pair A comma A belongs to R, then R is what? Reflexive. R is what? Reflexive. So first property is good. Second property is what? Symmetric. Symmetric property. Symmetric property. Okay. So symmetric property. Here the same thing. You have to write the line. The same line. If the relation between A and B, you can write just like this. And this line denotes that there is a relation between A and B, and that's why the order pair A comma B is constructed. So this order pair A comma B belongs to the relation set. So that's why A comma B belongs to R, and this implies what is the condition for making the relation between this A and B. It is given in the question. Modulus of A minus B is divisible by what? Is divisible by N. Okay. Now the symmetric property is what? As I told you, the symmetric property A comma B, the relation between A and B. A and B both are friends. Okay. Now if you interchange their position, that means A, B both are friends. B and A, are they enemy? Are they also friend? What? So I think A comma B, if A and B are friends, then B and A also are friends. So that means if you are interchanging their positions, the friendship will not be changed. So here also the same thing. If you we have to verify that if you interchange their positions, then the relation, will it be changed or not? We have to verify, just see. Now you have to write just like this. Now if A interchanging B, it means both side arrow, that means we are interchanging their positions. So then this implies mod of A minus B is given in the question. Okay. Now if you are interchanging their position, that means B will come in place of A and A will come in place of B. That means modulus of what? B minus A. Modulus of B minus A. So B minus A, I think, is it divisible by N? B minus A, is it divisible by N? Let me take an example. If you take mod of 2 minus 1, answer is 1. Answer is what? 1. So 1, it is divisible by 1. Okay. Now if you take 1 minus 2, answer is what? Mod sign is there. That means negative number should not come here. So there is answer 1. So 1 is divisible by 1. So that means if you are interchanging the positions of the elements, the answer will be fixed. Answer will not be changed. So that means if the answer will not be changed, that means the relation can be constructed after interchanging their positions also. So that means here A and B, if you are interchanging their positions, the condition becomes mod of B minus A. So mod of B minus A is also divisible by what? And just you can see this examples also. So you can write this example in your graph. So mod of B minus A is also divisible by M. So that means if this condition is satisfied, that means what? We can interchange the positions of A and B also. So here the order pair B comma A, the order pair was what? In the given question, the order pair was given order pair A comma B. Now you are interchanging their positions. That means what? B comma A. So that means B comma A, order pair B comma A also belongs to the relation set. So that means this relation is called what? Symmetric relation. So here you should write this line. So here, so if this condition is satisfied, that means mod of B minus A is also divisible by n. That means what? Order pair B comma A belongs to R. So here we can see order pair A comma B belongs to R. It is given in the question, and we have proved. We have proved that order pair B comma A belongs to R. So R is what? Symmetric also. R is symmetric. Okay. So if both these order pairs will belong to the same relation set, then this relation set is called what? Symmetric relation as well. Now the last property is what? Transitive property. Transitive property. Transitive property. Now for the transitive property, as I told you, that for this transitive property, 3 elements are required and 3 human beings are required. Here actually this relation is being transferred from one person to another person, and that's why these 3 persons are required, and for that we can choose the person's name as A, B, C. Okay, so the relation is transferred from A to B and B to C. Okay, and after that our target is to construct a relation between A and C. Okay, so here for the transitive relation, just see step by step. Let A comma B comma C, we have chosen 3 elements from the real number. Obviously the real number set. The set is not given in the question, that means you have to choose the real number set. That means all the numbers belongs to the real number set. So the first, okay, now according to the question, A comma B belongs to R, and this implies when this order pair belongs to the real number set, relation set, the condition is what? Mod of A minus B is divisible by n. Okay. Again, the order pair B comma C belongs to R. That is, mod of B minus C is divisible by n. Okay. So now you see here A, B, C are 3 friends. The friendship relation lies between this A and B and C, but there is no relation between A and C as well. We have to construct a relation between A and C by using this middleman B. Okay, that means till now we don't know whether there is any kind of relation between A and C or not. But we have to prove, we have to verify whether there is any relation between this A and C elements or not. Okay, so for that we have to solve and we have to use some algorithms or steps. And what the algorithm? So we have to prove. Okay. Here for the algorithm, the first step is mod of A minus B is divisible by n. Okay, just see, 6 is divisible by 3. Okay, as you all know, 6 is divisible by 3. So if you consider this line in other way, in other words, you can see if you multiply something with this 3, you will get 6. If you multiply something with 3, you will get the 6 as your answer. Okay, so if you multiply something, you will get 6. Okay, so if you will multiply something means what? Any number, we don't know. Here actually this division we know very well, then that's why 3 into 2 equals to 6 you can say. But if you have the general numbers A, B, C, N, then you can't say what will be the number in place of this. Okay, so in this case we have to take the general constant here. So here something means what? Something means what? Any constant. This constant can be written as k. So 3 into k equals to 6. So that means 6 is divisible by 3. That means, how can I express this line? 3 into k equals to 6. Now you can compare this thing with this line. Mod of a minus b is divisible by n. Okay. So here you can see in place of 6, mod of a minus b is there. And in place of 3, what is there? N is there. So that means we can write, comparing these these two identities with this expression, how can I write? Mod of a minus b equals to what? N k. 6 equals to 3 into k. Here also mod of b minus c equals to n into k. Okay. So here you can see for both the identities we are using the same constant k. So just it will be better if you choose the different constants as well. So I think I should take k1 and k2 here. Okay. So it is your identity number 1 and it is your identity number 2. Okay. Now what do you have to prove? We have to prove whether there is any relation between this A and C or not. So if you want to construct the relation between A and C, then how it can be constructed? This construction or the relation building concept can be clear to everyone when this mod of A minus C will be divisible by n, because it is the condition. According to your question, it is condition. So mod of A minus C, if this condition satisfies, mod of A minus C is divisible by n, then you can construct a relation between A and C. So if you want to construct a relation between A and C, then at first, before that, we have to prove this mod of A minus C is divisible by n here. So here, now, mod of A minus C. Now we are going to check whether they have any relation between A and C or not. Okay, so for that we have to prove mod of A minus C is divisible by n. Okay, now here mod of A minus C. Now we are going to prove. We don't know whether there have any relation between A and C or not. Okay, so we are going to prove. That means what? We have to introduce the middleman. Without this middleman, without this bridge, we can't construct any kind of relation between A and C. So for that we have to introduce the middleman here, and the middleman is what? B. B is the middleman. B is the what? Middleman. So you have to introduce the middleman here. The middleman is what? A minus B plus B minus C. That means in the transitive property, everywhere, in every question, you have to introduce this middleman. Okay, without introducing this middleman, you can't prove this transitive property. Okay? So this and actually this pattern is what? Like this, minus b plus b. Everywhere this minus b plus b, minus b plus b. In transitive property, you have to introduce these two things. So as you all know, this mod function can be split with respect to the addition and the subtraction sign also. So if you have the addition sign in the middle, then you can split the whole modulus function into two different modulus functions. If you have this plus sign in the middle, then you can see A minus B, this modulus, plus B minus C. You can split the whole modulus function into two parts. Okay, so that is, this mod of A minus B is what? Nk1, and mod of B minus C was Nk2. So if you take n as common, so k1 plus k2. So I think this k1 plus k2 is also a constant here. So here you can see mod of A minus C equals to n into k1 plus k2. That means if you multiply something with n, answer is what? Mod of A minus C. That means what what does it show? This thing, I'm just showing to you that this mod of A minus C is divisible by n also. So you have to write the statement, final statement. So mod of A minus C is divisible by n. So R is what? So this implies this belongs to R. That means we can construct a relation between A and C. That means order pair A comma C belongs to the relation set. So R is transitive. R is transitive. Okay. So here you can see this given relation set satisfying all the three properties regarding this reflexive, symmetric and transitive property. That means this relation set is equivalence relation. Actually that is proved. Okay, and we will go for the next question, and the video will be completed. For one question, one video will be uploaded. Okay. Okay, our next question is, if A is a set of all parallel lines and a relation set is given, R equals to order pair L1, L2, and such that L1, L2 belongs to A set, and A set is given, and this set is the collection of all the parallel lines. This A set is given in the question. Okay, and check whether it is equivalence relation or not. Okay, so here we start. The given relation set R equals to what? This order pair is given L1, L2, such that L1 parallel to L2. That means this between these two lines L1 and L2, the mapping or this bonding can be constructed when these two lines will be parallel. Okay, so if this line is parallel, then this relation can be constructed. So at first the reflexive property. Okay, so now this L1, L2, this order pair belongs to the relation set. It is given. Okay, so when a order pair belongs to the relation set, when if the relation between the L1 and L2 can be constructed, then the order pair L1, L2 will belong to the relation set as well. So the condition is what? L1 parallel to L2. Okay, so that means when these two lines are parallel, then the relation between L1 and L2 can be made. Okay, now let for the reflexive property we have to consider L1 equals to L2. That means both the lines are same. Okay, for the reflexive property, that means this implies L1 parallel to L1. L1 parallel to L1. In place of L2, we have to use L1 because L1 equals to L2. So L1 parallel to L1. Is it right? The same lines, the same line, are they parallel to each other? Obviously, they are parallel to each other. That means I need to say the coincide lines. Okay, the coincide lines, that means they will make equal angle with the base. So that means these two lines are parallel also. Okay, so L1, L1 are parallel. That is order pair L1, L1. In place of L2, we can write L1 also. L1, L1 belongs to R. So R is what? Reflexive. R is what? Reflexive. Then symmetric property. For this symmetric property, we have to interchange their position. That means in place of L1, we have to use L2, and in place of L2, we have to use L1. That means just interchange their positions. So if L1, L2, this line should be written everywhere, in every case. So this implies L1 parallel to L2. Now we are interchanging their position. L1, this both implies L2. That means just we are interchanging their positions. So L2 parallel to L1. Obviously, if these two lines, this line is L1 and this line is L2, this line parallel to this line, and this line will also be parallel to this line. It is obvious. So I think L2 parallel to L1, it can be written. Okay, so if this line can be written, that means the given condition is satisfied. This condition will not be changed. So this implies L2, L1 belongs to relation set. So we, according to the question, L1, L2 belongs to R. Okay? Similarly, L2, L1, this order pair also belongs to the relation set. So this both order pairs belongs to the relation set means what? This relation is symmetric. Just give the statement. So R is symmetric. So R is So R is symmetric. Okay. Then the next property is what? Transitive property. Transitive property. Transitive property. Transitive property. So for this transitive property, we have to take three elements, that means three lines. Let L1, L2, L3 belongs to set A. This as it is given in the question, set of all parallel lines. So L1, L2, if this order pair belongs to the relation set, then what will be the condition? And the condition is L1 have to be parallel to L2. Then again L2, L3, this order pair belongs to the relation set, that means L2 parallel to L3. Okay. Now here you can see L1 and L2. There is a friendship between this L1 and L2, and L2 and L3. There is a friendship between L2 and L3, but there is no order pair between by taking this L1 and L3. That means there is no relation between L1 and L3 as well. We have to prove there is a relation between L1 and L3. Okay. Now we have to prove that. Now combining these two, this is equation number 1 and it is equation number 2. Combining equation 1 and equation 2, what can I write? L1 parallel to L2 parallel to L3. So here you can see L1 parallel to L2 parallel to L3. That means these three lines. So that means if these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel, so obviously this line and this line will be what? Parallel. So here you can see L1 will obviously parallel to L3. So L1 obviously parallel to L3. So that means this condition is satisfied. So if L1 parallel to L3, then what? One order pair will be constructed between L1 and L3. So L1, L3 belongs to R. So R is transitive. R is transitive. Okay, so here you can see this R is symmetric and transitive. That's why this relation is equivalence relation. Here it is proved. Okay.